This is StoryRobot. Welcome to r/NuclearRevenge. Our first story of today is I got my homophobic bullying coworker fired with a mysterious package. Firstly, I'd like to start by saying I am in no way homophobic. I respect everyone's choices and I still don't understand why people have such a problem with others being gay. When I was about 18, I used to work in a small factory for an engineering firm as an apprentice and had to work with this real piece of beep guy. Let's call him Kevin. For some reason Kevin would find great joy by picking on me all the time in work. He would wait until it was just me and him alone and then call me out for being gay. Note, I am not gay and had a girlfriend at the time. However, that didn't matter to him. He would stroll right over to my desk and call me all these awful names like faggot, homo, cocksucker, etc. plus other word or names that are too disgusting to say. He would get right in my face and try his best to get a response from me, but I would just keep my head down and keep working. Even though I ignored him, he made me feel really crap. I began hating going into work. I started coming up with excuses for not coming in. I did this so often that HR had to have a meeting with me, and I was given an official warning. I was a shy small guy and didn't have the confidence to say anything. This kept on going for months and one day he went too far. I was working on a design for a product from my work laptop and left the factory for lunch. When I got back, he had deleted all my work files and replaced them with screenshots of gay porn. The second I sat back down on my desk and noticed, Kevin ran up behind me and called everyone over to show them what I was supposedly looking at on my laptop. He pulled my arms back behind my chair, holding me in place, and everyone came over and started laughing at me. My boss even came over. My idiot boss believed Kevin and I was given a warning letter about my work behavior and another official warning. I had enough and plotted my revenge. The idea I came up with was to send Kevin a package and have him open in front of everyone. You see, Kevin collected rare DVDs and would have them shipped to the company's address. He would then gather everyone around his desk to show them what he had bought no matter what the package. So, I told my mother my plan. She knew what Kevin had done to me at this point, and she was in. I went online and ordered some extremely embarrassing stuff. I had them sent to my mother. She lived on the other side of the country and she would send them to my workplace in Kevin his name. I did this so the package would be stamped in a different city, making it look like it was ordered somewhere else. Anyway, the day came when the package arrived. Kevin announced for everyone to come over to see his new DVD. Everyone came over and watched as Kevin opened the box. I stood at the back as I knew what was coming. Kevin stuck his hand in the box and pulled out a huge pink mankini, the one Borat wore, and a ball gag. Kevin, his face went sheet white, then everyone burst out laughing. The whole staff were bent over in laughter. Some dropping to the floor crying in laughter. The staff started saying stuff like, "Is that for your weekend, Kevin?" And, "Is that for your other collection?" I was laughing so much that I couldn't breathe. Kevin ran out the room and we all descended on the box. Besides the mankini and ball gag, there was a note. Now this was the cherry on top, all thanks to my mother. One of the office staff took out the note and read it out loud. This is what it said. "Hello Kevipoo69, because you are one of our most loyal customers, we have decided to send you some free gifts to thank you for your years of loyalty to our brand. We hope you enjoy them. All the best from the team at outofthecloset.com. Well, this just sent us all tumbling to the floor with laughter. I had no idea my mother would do that. Just typing it out now makes me laugh. After we all regained our composure, the head of HR came down and asked me to come up for a meeting. I entered one of the meeting rooms and there was Kevin, the head of HR, my boss and the director of the company. For the next hour Kevin tried to convince them that I had sent him the package. I protested, saying the package was stamped on the other side of the country, so how could I have sent it? The head of HR asked Kevin why he thought I sent the package. He said, "Because I always call him A." Then he stopped his sentence. I turned to him and said, "Yeah, tell them what you always call me, tell them the names you like to call me every day. Tell them how you single me out and bully me, tell them about the hell you have put me through." The room got quiet. Kevin was told to leave while they have a chat with me. I proceeded to tell them about what Kevin was doing to me and how long it had gone on for. I told them about the names he called me and what he had done with my laptop. When I was finished, they all thanked me for being honest and said they would investigate my claims further. I was asked one more time if I had sent the package. I said I didn't and that it may have been a mate of mine because I had told my friends what had been going on. But it had nothing to do with me and I had no say in it. So, an investigation did happen. They found out that Kevin was indeed bullying me and other younger staff members and apprentices in the firm. He had been doing this since the day he started working there. He was fired. Good. I don't feel any regret for what I did. He was a 50-year-old man that still acted as a child. If he can't grow up, then he can't work with adults. Years later, on my last day of work, I was asked by the director of the company if I had indeed sent that package to Kevin. I just smiled, winked and said, "Nope, but my mother didn't like Kevin very much." I can now say I am a confident, happy extrovert. I don't stand for any bullying behavior anymore and always stick up for myself and the people around me. As for Kevin, well, I hope he has improved his attitude and has grown up. Our second story of today is Don't Fuck with the Fag. I'm an athletic gay guy and always have been. I was also born and raised in Texas, so you can imagine some of the goings-on in my younger years, when being homosexual was less accepted. This was a little over 10 years ago. Freshman year, I'm on the basketball team. I'm not good, not great, just average. The team also takes up a class period, and some days we have to study instead of practice. One of the kids on the team, M, would constantly give me beep for being gay, calling me a faggot, a queer, and all of the usual slurs. I, always being a pretty amiable guy and extremely slow to action, accepted his insults with open arms. Although I wasn't the star player, among people who knew me, I made sure my nickname was the fag. I'd answer yes to every, "Does beep taste good, or do you have a body count?" I never let it show, but this constant disrespect towards me and other people, including teachers, really got to me. He would harass my friends, pick on the boys, catcall and make lewd comments to the girls. He was the kind of kid who'd do a fake "yes sir" to a teacher who was getting onto him about something. That's when a little birdie told me his dad had died 3 years ago and his mom was an alcoholic. Despite the fact that I now had this knowledge, I held onto it until I had my chance. M liked to shove people around, but he never did me because I was pretty popular and matched him physically. Like I said, that didn't stop him from picking on people close to me. I started preparing for the fight I knew would come, working bags, learning footing, all the good stuff. After 3 months of preparation, I felt ready. He came upon me in the bathroom. Talked some smack I don't remember. There were a few of his buddies. Perfect. Remember how I said his dad died? Okay, daddy issues. Can I call you that? Is not having one really considered a daddy issue? By the way, why are you so fixated on gay sex? Why do you ask so many questions? Do you want to try it, or was the last thing your dad did to teach you how to suck cock? Admittedly, not the best as I type it out, but mean enough. This got him enraged. All the better. He charged at me, through the narrow part of the bathroom. My back was to the wall and he was moving too fast. I got out of the way and he harmlessly flung himself against the wall. Harmlessly for him and me. Well, not for long. He had to shift his weight. I to his side, had already done so. It was a one-punch KO to the side of the jaw. This kid had never been in a real fight before. It only took me raising a middle finger at the 3 friends he had brought with him to make them reconsider their dedication to the mission at hand. Next, I kicked him in the face while he was down 4 times. My shoes were smeared with blood. I kicked him in the balls a fair few times after that, spat onto the back of his heads and walked away. I never talked to him again. I never cared how he was doing today, but I had seen his face and it certainly wasn't the one he had been born with. Naturally, word of the fight spread around. I got in some big trouble, but the motto "don't beep with the fag" spread around real quick. As far as I know, nobody ever did. Thank you for watching. Error. Problem detected. Not enough subscribers. Please subscribe, like and comment.